Good evening, free enterprise fans. Welcome to our Sunday community club race from the perspective of Run by Firebird Lover. Today's hero is Yang. I'm Commander Leonhardt here in the booth with Ribbon Quest, and welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to see a punchy race.
Yes, it's going to punch it up. We here in the booth, however, don't have to worry about running the race. We can just kick back and relax.
Yep, and watch the runners do all the kicks, but there's no butts.
That's right. It is win game. There will not be a question about who is Butt and does Butt have a hat and is Butt cute. We'll just have to wonder. All our runners have to do is run these 5 Yang-themed objectives.
And the first 3 are gonna be zippy because there is nothing gating them.
Yeah, open from the get-go. Hostage at Hobbs, defend Fabul, defeat the bosses at Baron Inn. You know, we're gonna want to do those two of those 3 anyway, just to check for characters. And you know, hey, it's actually progression to boot. Seems good.
But free characters are on, so wherever you want to go, there's somebody to join your party.
Yeah, something else that's also helping it be jetty is that you can run around to Mysidia, Watery Pass, Damsian, and Ordeals, and have yourself a full party before you start tackling the spots if you feel the need.
While you're at it, be sure to stop by Troya, because Bedward's got an item for us.
Yeah, don't have either of the no free flags on. Don't have K no free or C no free. You're getting set up real fast, and we don't need that many key items either. We just need a tower key, pan, and a way underground.
Yep, we could be out of here in 20 minutes, or it could be buried.
Who knows? But we'll see at least what our featured runners pull off, Vatasia and John Burkhead. A lot of other people in the race room racing this off the restream. But we are underway.
Started. And that's an engineer. And the pan.
Well, okay, so 1 down, 2 to go. I was hoping for a vanilla pan, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm terrible that way.
Yeah, let's everybody place your bets on whether Bedward has one of the other 2.
Tower key? No, I don't want tower key, that's not what I can't get what I want now. Sheila 2 with the tower key.
We could still hope for the hook to be at Bedward.
Yeah, then we have a hook route.
Or the darkness crystal, so when we pick up people from Mysidia, we have to go the cutscene.
Like the way you think. But John Burkhead is immediately going to Damsian. Gonna grab that free character there. Vatasia, more interested in the free item.
John Burkhead just got a heroine robe already.
I mean...
And an exit mage.
Hello, Tala.
Hello, Baron Key.
That opens up another main check. And we know it's a sparkle there at the first one, so I would definitely be wanting to save in the waterway in case that was Angry Wyvern.
You didn't have enough Thunderclaws already. There's yet another.
I mean, can you have too many Thunderclaws?
Well, the starting kit already had one.
Yes, you can have too many Thunderclaws.
So our Yangs have, from the starting kits alone, 2 Cat Claws and a Thunderclaw.
Good times. What more do you really need?
A robot to punch? Looks like we're about to head up Hobbs. Ice Claw's the other option.
Which, you know, Ruby, hey Nazo with the wave sound. There's a couple of times.
Everybody in the party can have matching headbands.
A lot of money in the mini treasury, and a couple of summons. Ooh, good character at Hobbs.
Yeah, I like to see that. Free fight where you don't need it, but we might not go through anything rough anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, on the more tournament flag sets where it's K-Main Summon Moon and you're likely to hit those root spots, you wince at this, but for something like this where, as you say, you can literally only check a few things, you don't mind. Fantasia says I don't need the XP, just get out of here.
The Troya bar has some nice stuff. I think that was Mute Bells and Star Bells.
You're right. Cure 2s as well. Help make up for the fact that we didn't get a more standard starting kit. Something like better, where you get that supply of Cure 2s intense, so, and life potions, so.
Yeah, we're probably going to do some shopping until we can find life potions, but we'll see.
Yeah, I will confess, I've been known to be very stubborn about my not shopping, and it's come back to burn me when I don't have those kits I'm accustomed to, so should not necessarily emulate me in this. Shopping sounds like a great idea.
Oh, there's an Edward in the waterway. No, go back.
Oh, John Burkhead says, you know what? No, cannot be bothered with you.
This is the only perspective up that's going to have Spoon Flag turned on.
It's your only chance for Spoon Word.
Because the spoon in vanilla comes from Sheila.
Yes. After you hit Yang over the head with a pan and bring it back to her, she gives you the spoon.
And that's an evil wall in a nice early spot.
Yep. And we've got Rosa and Rydia in Mysidia. John's going to do a little more shopping. Yeah, the item shop is what I really want to see here.
Yeah.
You could take some heal potions, and he is. Has
Vanilla
a little
Sand
bit of
Ruby.
insurance. Hey, give me that vanilla. Yeah, vanilla.
That could be a Palom or a Porom. Those are the only gated characters that this time around.
Yeah.
They only spend like 2 battles or 2 boss fights with Yang, so.
And that's the theme of the club, is that the characters that you have available are only the characters that were with the hero at some point in the game, but if it was a limited time, then they tend to be restricted.
And for characters who are in there for the long haul, it's whatever objectives are most important to them. So Yang's in your party a lot, but these are the things that are most important to him personally.
Yeah, these are really the moments where the story focused on him, where you met him, defending his hometown, where you reunited with him, and the final moment in your party at the Super Game.
Yep. There he goes, boom.
And Fantasia, with one objective down, is already moving on to the next one, defending Fabul. Fantasia playing it a little more aggressive, hasn't spent as much time looting, shopping, so...
That's a Ruby, time to get out that Ice Claw.
Yes, indeed. And Fantasia goes straight to it. Will we get speech? It's hard to get speech in this spot.
Lots of fire for toasting marshmallows.
That's about all they're good for. The magic in this spot is not very impressive.
Yeah, not so much.
John also taking no time to deal with the officer, letting him retreat. One check behind Batasia. What do we get from Fabul defense?
Adamant. Well,
Okay.
we got the Sea Hero Forge if you really, really want to.
Yeah, you could get a God Hand. That could be exciting.
And then you might use it on the super cannon things and just smush them.
Right.
Just
Tell
smear
me
them
you're a fan of
across the
overkill
machines.
without telling me you're a fan of overkill. Hey, you know, we got another
What do you mean I don't need to grind in this flag set? I'm gonna smear things.
I'm doing a horseman grind. You can't stop me. Before the hook route. John's heading over to Endline now. We know we're gonna find a sand ruby
Batasia
there.
is heading straight to the next objective.
Yes, indeed. Got it lined up. Just start knocking them down.
There's those
Did I
life
miss-
potions.
Yeah, that's a big find. Did I miss Batasia checking the sand ruby character, or has he just not gone there?
I don't think he's been.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
we
that's
have a-
another sparkle.
No. If not for the fact that Witchburn was on. This is not a place you want to get mega nuked by Jerkbird. But we have Witchburn, so not a concern.
Yeah. Should be fine. Probably. Oh, it's just googly eyes.
Yeah.
Or I guess I should say googly eye. The plural is antlion.
It is one eye, in fact. But yeah, Antlion is googly eyes. But it could be a little ruder in the second spot, just because there's a lot more HP there. But instead, we get Dark Elf.
Taking advantage of that exit mage.
Tell us a good utility mage. Even if you haven't taken the time to do ordeals, which on this flag set I wouldn't if I could help it. Still got useful spells. He's got you a good exit to start. Stop in a pinch. Okay, yes, it's really exit.
Yeah, like in this particular flag set, I think I'd prefer Kane over Cecil.
Yeah, that's fair.
The treasure, the loot's not going to go high enough to get anything super great for Cecil, and he's high maintenance.
Yeah, light sword is hanging out in tier 5. You could find a light sword, but it's not going to get any better.
Okay, but you still got what, 10 minutes up ordeal?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not worth it. Like, Kane can grab a Blizzard Spear, and maybe Gungear is tier 5 also? I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's a pink tail.
Yeah, so if we end up on a hook route, we can go there and get one check outside of key standard. And yeah, as Endgame Dave points out, like it or not, we're going up ordeals.
No.
We got no choice.
But
Scala put underground access behind ordeals. We take it up with Scala.
And that pink tail could turn into an adamant, in case you really want that overkill.
It will turn into an adamant. We don't have no adamants on. So
I know.
I mean, so, you know.
You could have adamant spoon word. Go back for the
Once
spoon
we have
word.
But hear me out. You could have adamant hero. Because none of these spots are high agility that we have to deal with. So you just, like, If we do a hook dive, that's like probably one of the fastest things. Possible there's a sealed cave that's rude. I'm just saying a fast hero is really an option here.
Oh, that's right. Baron could also have underground.
Yeah, so maybe we won't go to Ordeals. Maybe we'll just go to Baron first.
It's a silly place.
But yeah, as Fire Blizzard points out, you're taking that adamant armor down the hook route. No questions asked.
Oh yeah.
Question of where you put that adamant armor is fair, but you're not leaving without it. But it was a sparkle that started us off with the pan, so good to see what's waiting.
Dream of Witchburn is still alive.
Do you have a favorite Witchburn?
I have heard legends of various Witchburns.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see some like explode.
Explode is a good one.
An exploding dragon is just messy.
Retreat is also good.
I think there was one a month or two ago that was like Charm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Charm is good times. Yeah. Charm is one of the still rude ones. Oh, John with
got the dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to leave Ruby with a very low percentage of his hit points for him to speech and walk away. Yeah, Darth Plague pointing out Byvern, the retreat, that happened not too long ago. Reaction, right along there with Explode. Retreat happened not too long ago on this club, if I'm not mistaken. For the perspective of Edward.
Yeah.
Edward soloed a Wyvern in Ordeals, and there was a moment of panic, but it turns out it was a Wyvern that was panicking. Darth Plague, Big Bang is restricted to... There are a few Witchburns that are removed unless you turn Be Unsafe on. Like Scala was saying. Meteo is another one. I think Odin is also locked behind Be Unsafe. If you be unsafe, they can happen.
Antlion has taken over Baron. Those teeth.
This game has a thing with teeth. Like, Antlion is like the worst of it. But, you know, Kainazo's sporting a pretty toothy shark-like grin, and if you just take a look at Sid in the menu, I mean, this, you know, the artist definitely wanted to show off teeth. Plague, the old googly eye one here.
I mean, even Sid's battle portrait when he's cheering at the end of battle.
Right?
He's got teeth.
Showing off that grin. All rage not your friend. Like, this spot, Baron Throne keeps surprising me with its magic resistance. And granted, Vitacia's just looking to avoid the counters from the fight command, but the spot is not impressed by your magic. Change.
Okay. I think that's a crumble.
It is.
Bye, Antlion.
I think Antlion has a fan, everybody.
Everybody's his fan. Him and Senator Crocodile should be running mates.
No. Representative Armadillo is Senator Crocodile's running mate.
Oh, I apologize. I'm not current with the political climate of Baron.
Campaign manager? Not sure. We got room.
I mean, there could be an opposition as well.
Possible.
Antlion's helping. He's the statue.
See, look at that. Such a friendly antlion. I just misunderstood, really. Edward was so surprised when Antlion attacked. Antlion's normally very tame.
I know, he's cuddly. Just look at that face.
It's not a face that inspires cuddling. I'm not judging you. I'm just my own comments and my own feelings. But we have a hook.
Yeah, I forgot to actually look at the screen for that. Let's go get us some adamant.
Yep. Turn that in for adamant. Or we can just go up ordeals and see if there's a magma key here. Burkhead is gonna
go down magma with an adamant.
Yeah. So if this is magma or leads to magma, John can not have to worry about the time spent in Barren Castle, which is a fair amount of time. He'll miss the adamant armor, but I would not go into Barren just for a hook with a pink tail in hand, if I knew in advance.
Yeah. I mean, this has the potential to be Jetty. Just have to check that Feymarch freebie as soon as you can.
Well, we have potential for Mountain Noodles. We are starting off with Octomom.
Awabari.
Indeed. Thunderclaw gonna do some work here. So will Indra. I see you there, Mouse Cursor. I think I didn't see you. I also sympathize. Mouse cursors tend to show up on my stream.
As long as my cat doesn't see it.
Right?
He
that does sound like a problem.
He likes to lick the screen.
Oh my goodness. Tasia has made it through Octomom.
And John at Burkhead has also made it through Octomom.
Right behind him.
We have a very wet mountain.
Yes, yes we do. First the Octomom, now the Water Hag. Well, funny you should say missed half of it Berserk now, because 36 minutes is a fair estimate. Edward!
Double
Hi,
Anna!
Edward. Believe in yourself.
And be strong!
No crumble. Now Yang gets ready for his solo fight.
I am confident he could handle it.
I like his chances. Vatasia does too, because Vatasia's not going for the save. John Burkhead says, you know, it's a hero fight. Who knows? I'm gonna save.
I mean, that's my style.
Mm-hmm.
That's a magma key.
Okay, so, you know, John Burkhead's probably not gonna check on that Baron key anytime soon.
And we're putting some guards to sleep.
Yeah, Catclaw coming in handy here, because the guards will counter with size against these fights, but won't do that when they're asleep. So we can wake Yang with the pan now. We won't get a key item for doing so. because K Summon is off, but we can come back to Sheila for 2 key items from her afterwards. Now we just gotta find a tower key and do a Penguinator special.
Yeah, that
Actually,
Sheila might have it.
might. I don't actually have to do the Penguinator. We're gonna finish right outside the super cannon room.
That's true. It
Where it
won't even
blows
let
up.
you keep going.
Yeah, it's gonna be congratulations, done. So I think the next move is you go underground, you hit Yang on the head to complete objective 5, and then it becomes a what next. I would make a beeline for Sheila. I don't think that's a bold play. I think that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, especially since you've already busted up the mountain.
Yeah, but if you're Vitasia, because John Burkett still has Baron Key open. If you're Vitasia and you've run the pan checks and you don't yet have your tower key, where are you going now?
Assuming after Sheila, I guess the Feymarch freebie.
Oh yeah, that's totally fair.
Especially if Sheila or the freebie come up with the harp. I want to get those damage tiles done.
I like it. Yeah. If you go into that harp check with damage, then at least the elemental barrage will take you out, and you don't have to sit through anything else.
Although I guess you'd already have the damage from Sylph.
Sure.
But Vitasia's going down Feymarch first.
Yeah, it's a freebie. It's fair. John's right behind him.
Well, I guess runners don't have to do what we think.
True.
We could forge.
Yay.
Well, if Tower Key is in Sealed Cave, maybe we'll do it then.
Maybe we'll forge a little as a treat. But Vitasia hasn't even bothered to pick up the Advent armor, so I don't see forge happening before that. Unless Vitasia just wants to meme and show us what the hero weapon is.
I mean, that's definitely worth it, but...
I will not knock on people for memeing. Here we go. Time to wake up Yang. No key item for it, but an objective on the tracker.
And we'll see what treat the Sylphs have for us. Iridia.
Indeed. Was it Blarg? I will show you how. Vitasia, going straight back to Sheila 1. You just need a tower key. Zoom zoom. And if you've run the async, then you know that this is about finish time. So
yeah, this is
clock
about...
in the back of your head that's as a racer is going.
This is potentially endgame.
Yeah.
We got the crystal, and and another crystal.
We got the shiny rock and the party rock. So that opens up Zot. So Vitasia could go to Zot, which is a little bit lengthy, but Dwarf Castle to be fair, is not the shortest check in the world. The fun is you could run Keyless Tower for vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla Tower Key, Vanilla Tower Key, Vanilla Tower Key, Vanilla Tower Key.
Okay, Vitasia's putting his money on Zod.
That's fair. You could rate the T standard treasury if you're feeling like it.
Max tier 5.
Yeah. I can get a couple more cat claws. It'd be fun. I guess.
Everybody can have cat claws.
And Vitasia didn't get this. Yeah, Vitasia didn't get this shopping done earlier. Taking care of it now.
Equipping up that Rydia so she might actually use Blarg.
Right? A little bit of boost from Rune Ring, but, you know. It's Blarg. It's
we're skipping the treasury.
Mm. Yeah, and we could have, you know, checked it. I think that without the pan block handing over Bahamut, that chasing a Leviathan might, you know, as Berserk now is pointing out, might be a good plan. Vitasia is looking at 29 minutes, I think, and it's just like, okay, shouldn't I be done? Why isn't anybody else done? In fact, chat, nobody else is done.
Yeah. It's with something that has the potential to be done over already, but could take another 40 minutes potentially. It's hard to know what to commit to.
Yeah, because you've got to skip something. I mean, we've got John making his way back to Baron because, you know, you leave something alone for too long, even if you don't see any finishes, it just kind of weighs. It's kind of there on your mind. And to be fair, if I had to choose between Baron and Zot, I would probably choose Baron. The fights sort of have less hit points, and they both have their cutscene pauses.
Yeah, cutscene length being approximately equal, I'm gonna go for the easier fights first.
Yeah. Dark Imp, however, Stabby Imps are going to be a convenient place to test out Bahamut.
Yay, Bahamut setting off fireworks.
Getting in the spirit. Yeah, John Burkhead gonna make the Baron play. Doesn't know it's a Pinktail. Or rather a Hook, already has a Pinktail.
Right. But if Rattail turns up, that Hook will still be useful.
It would be rude. We're just gonna put the tower key in Adamant Grotto.
No, we're gonna put the Luca key there.
Oh, right, because we're gonna put the tower key in Sealed Cave. My bad.
Yeah.
Since we don't have a warp glitch.
And hopefully, you know, somehow make the karate fight be the final boss of this seed.
Sure, that would be epic. That would be fitting. Like your style, definitely.
And that's another Edward being sent away.
Yeah, still no spoon, unfortunately.
Well, maybe we'll have a spoon out of Zod. Or does no?
So,
Zod.
show me another boss where Bahamut's useful.
We're gonna set everything on fire.
Does Rydia have enough MP though to make that happen? I don't know, because Vitasia's breaking out AoE from other sources, using the Blizzard Spear as an item, nice and heads up.
Nope, she is short by 10.
Ouch. So hey, remember when chat was saying you might find Leviathan in the treasury? It's looking better now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean you got fireworks, but let's have a pool party too.
So the trick here for Vitasia is to not wait until there's only one doll left to have one doll of a color, and then take that doll out before it gets the action to turn into Calbrenna.
That big doll is scary.
It's a bit time consuming. It also uses glance, which can lead to hilarious shenanigans. I would just like to point out that there were Lilith rods for sale in the Mysidia weapon shop, and that Iridia could steal MP from someone if Vitasia had one. That being fair, that being said, I wouldn't have bought one either.
No. Especially if you didn't realize Iridia was going to get something that's actually worth spending the MP on.
Right? Vitasia threw just fine anyway. A little longer than Blarg, but no big
And
deal.
John Burkhead is through that antlion.
Probably Antlion, about to be saved by the ghost of Antlion.
There's that Luca key.
Well... So now... It's typically... standard... Wow, that was a redundant sentence. It's conventional wisdom, that's what I wanted. To chase your gambles. If you make a check and it leads to another check, follow it. Vitasia instead is going to go for that vanilla.
I mean, it's a much easier... It's not a fun fight, but it's still going to be easier.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It's a short walk up, and if you get through the fight and it doesn't give you much, then you just reset out and you're back at the bottom. But of course, if it's a chaining item like a harp or a rat tail, then you gotta bring it out and hope. John's picking up this hovercraft. Says, I would like an adamant armor.
Absolutely. Just gotta find it.
Yeah.
This game has so much vast ocean.
It really does.
I get lost so much.
Like, there are certain spots I tend to use as waypoints in my mind that help me in a few cases, but there are plenty of times when I will just be zooming around, like, how do I get to Kaipo from here?
I have considered printing out maps and sticking them on the wall just so I could learn the map better.
Oh, some people still do that. It is not a bad idea.
I mean, they used to come with the game itself.
They did. So, yeah, this is another punchy spot with multi-parts, but with multi-target comes great Bahamut.
Larg.
Not going to get the main body down, but it's going to buy us a little bit of time while Bygone regrows the arms. It's not a pleasant spike.
And they were
My cat.
They came back just in time to
get blarged.
Get blarged again.
And Vitasia heads up, making sure the arms are there and targeted before firing off at Bahamut.
And we're gonna rate that treasury.
Ooh.
Rate that treasury!
We have Bandana, Ice
There's a
Claw,
Gungear.
Blizzard Spear, Gungear, Stardust, Illusion.
Another heroine robe. Oh, Leviathan.
So, that Leviathan that chat was calling for. It's
And there's an
there.
Earth Hammer for your Sid.
Sure. I'll take it.
Because if you don't have a Quake kid, a Quake engineer is pretty good.
It is not the most impressive Quake, but I mean, it's better than a Blizzard Spear for Ice 2 damage, and we've seen that used, so.
Yeah,
you know?
that is a fair one.
It's good to have that knowledge that, let Kane magic things, but.
And that's a harp.
Oh boy.
Which gamble are you going to commit to?
I would like Sealed Cave, please. I'm already there. It's a quick walk, and it's less likely to be, like, if it's Rat Tail, I'm like, really game. But otherwise, it's something I'm resetting out of if it's not Tower Heat.
And then there's always Dwarf.
Yeah, the thing that's been ignored, which is fair. It's the lengthy check. You got all that cutscene madness, and it's just one item. If you're not chasing characters or bosses, and if you don't have the warp glitch on, the dwarf castle check loses a lot of value, which makes it a great play if you want to be spicy.
And I guess all the runners really might be assuming somebody probably already tried Dwarf. And they didn't finish yet.
Yeah, maybe. I'm bad at metaing. So.
Yeah. How many people are running this total? I didn't actually look.
Let's see. Looks like 7? 6? 7? Okay. 6 or 7.
Oh. You could meta.
6.5. The Earth Hammer is a 6.5 on the Richter scale.
Yes, but what is Palom?
Palom is magnitude 8.
Okay. So, approximately his age.
Yes. A little more than his age.
I never remember what their ages supposedly are. I just know it seems way off.
I think, which don't think about it too much. I try not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vatasia making this quick check. It doesn't take that long to walk down Sealed Cave and see the item. It's rude if you have to leave. You have to deal with the fight, and you have to warp out. But getting in is pretty smooth.
And John is blarging some dolls.
Yep.
Bye-bye, dolls.
Did a little more work, has the extra MP. Gets through this a little faster.
And that's a reset out.
Yep, and it's a package. We're done here. You could peek the boss for the information, but I don't think you care. So much for the Sealed Cave Dream.
You do the dwarf while you are underground. Vatasia says no.
Might be thinking what you were thinking. That, if it was dwarf, I would have seen a finish by now. So it's probably this harp that everybody says you should never do. I'm gonna go there. But we can ask. Here we are at 40-some minutes, and still no finishers.
Yeah. I'm surprised. This is like almost twice as long as the async.
Just a matter of where things fall, This could still be Rat Tail into something. We are running out of checks.
Yeah. I'm surprised Darkness hasn't shown up just to taunt us.
Yeah, Vatasia has run Keyless Tower. We've got a harp. We've got super cannon room, of course, which is going to hold an item. Package has been reset out of. That just means we need to have a home for our spoon and our darkness crystal. And what other checks do we have? Dwarf Castle.
And I think K-Main, there's one Zonk, right?
Depends on the pass flag.
There's no pass, but the crystal was in it.
Right, the crystal's in there. I think with no pass, I'm honestly not sure, Ribbon. One, maybe two zonks.
Oh well. If we find one, it will be funny.
Yes.
That's what matters.
It's in the vanilla game, the things that are zonks, non-key item checks for main, but not key items in the vanilla game. Fabul defense just gives you a black sword, and Baron gives you the Enterprise. But before I will go too deep down this conversational
Oh yeah,
hole, we have music.
it's time to rock on.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to see if the tower key is here or in Dwarf Castle.
It's a rat tail.
Okay, it keeps going.
DKC was kind enough to do a little dance to the music.
So, get hammered by a DKC before a sparkle shows up. What's a sparkle dodge, right?
Apparently so.
Never can tell. I just tend to remember everything as sparkles, and then I'm not sure if I believe myself. Oh, I said word again.
Are you sure you don't want an Eddie?
Have you considered an Edward? But no, it's just a pale devil.
Alright, Vitasia finally has to launch that hovercraft.
Ah, fine. I guess I'll get an adamant armor since I'm turning in a rat tail. Might as well. And to be fair, Vitasia hasn't needed that adamant armor. It's just knocking out one check after the other.
Alright, Pale Dim is down.
We will see what Dwarven fashion is.
There's that tower key.
It was an adamant grotto all along.
And not even taking the pigtail. I mean, you don't need it, but...
Yeah, you do not need adamant armor to deal with whatever is at the tower. Like, worst case scenario would be Gauntlet. We've never seen a Gauntlet at Tower Super Cannon Room finishing up a race.
And bonus, this is regular Gauntlet, not alt Gauntlet.
I'm less impressed by the Gauntlet now. Because that Gauntlet...
Now it's just silly.
Now it is just silly, because it's going to split up the hit points of the... It's going to split up the hit points of the spot over those bosses, and they're going to crumble.
Yeah, I wasn't clear on how regular Gauntlet worked, because it's usually alt Gauntlet. But I was pretty sure that was how it was.
Yep.
Speaking of gauntlets.
New club rule. Gauntlet is at Super Cannon Room.
And John Burkett headed up to the top of the tower.
But you see, they're just crumbling. Like, the actual monsters here would put up a little bit of a fight. And
Yeah.
be a couple of largs. But
Yeah,
here,
this is just Fabul trash with even less hit points, probably.
Yeah, it is. Probably about a third of the hit points, because I think this is a 600 hit point spot, and I want to say Fabul defense is something like 1800. So, like, and kick! This is your chance! This is your chance to make kick relevant!
Whose butt are we gonna kick? All of these guys!
Yeah, kick! 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 Alas.
We didn't get to have a karate match, but we at least got the Fabul.
Yep. We have had an off-stream finish in the meantime. Judge Joe coming in first on this race, sniping Vitasia with an official time of 49 minutes and 14 seconds. GG. Still salty, it's not all Gauntlet. But to be fair, this is from the perspective of Jan, so if there's one time you're going to make it the regular Gauntlet, this is going to be the time. It's just through. The cannon is blowing up.
Vitasia at 51 minutes even.
Very nice. Good enough for second place overall and first on the restream. See if Vitasia will be joining us shortly. In the meantime, John is walking that harp down. He's on the right path. He goes from here, follows up that harp, hits the rat tail there, and follows that up. It will be finishing shortly.
It's a long chain, but you gotta walk it.
Indeed. Vitasia going zoomies to let us see. Spoiler log. So, yeah. I mean, we saw them all, other than the spoon, and that was clearly a super cannon. But we are joined by Vitasia. GG.
Hey guys, sorry, I didn't mean to hit fast forward. I was just trying to mute it so I could hear you guys during the interview.
You good?
I
You're all
saw that.
good.
I was like, I didn't even know that was possible.
Neither did I. That was a fun little seed.
It was.
Yeah, very quick and punchy.
Well, and I really enjoyed the Yang seed from the week the character, and you're given like his almost full equipment right from the get-go, so it's just go as fast as you can, and I love it.
Yeah, and y'all tried. I heard that the async was a bit more straightforward and that Scala did a better job hiding things this time around.
Little bit better job hiding things this time around. Went on a little bit of an expedition all over the place. I mean, luckily nothing was a complete and total zonk. Being able to reset out of Luca was probably my biggest concern. I dove in there and was just thinking the whole time, please be packaged. Don't let's this be the rat tail. Just because I wasn't confident in my levels to be able to go through there. I had Bahamut, and Bahamut tends to make things go pretty easy, but I wasn't entirely confident in Rydia being able to survive a hit. But all things said, things didn't go too far out of whack. I think everyone probably did stuff very similar. I pity anyone who got the hook first and dove that.
Oh yeah, you get the hook out of Baron, and I'm not interested in that pink tail. But you know what? I don't need any adamant armor. I got this. You also weren't wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, by the time we got there, worst case scenario ended up being, that wonderful gauntlet. Not even the alt gauntlet, just a regular gauntlet, which was just a huge time sink. But nothing there would have been worth picking up an adamant armor and having the time wasted to pause and equip that. So if this was just a matter of get your gear where you're comfortable with, knowing that you don't have to fight Zeromus, you don't have to fight anything terribly mean, and just go as fast as you can.
Which you did. So, Dwarf Castle, did you just decide early on, I don't want to have anything to do with it? Or is that something you were working out as you worked your way through the seed?
Well, at one point in time, I wanted to knock out my freebies, and that was my goal. As soon as I got into the underground, was take care of my freebies. We were rewarded with the pan, so we're on a 1 key item hunt. So I smacked Yang with the pan, and then I went back up to turn those 2 key items in. And at that point in time, there were 3 different paths you can take. You could check the Earth Crystal, check upper tower or lower tower without the key, or Dwarf Castle. And I was already in the overworld, so I'm like, hey, it's 2 bosses in Dwarf, 2 bosses in Zod, but I'm right next door. So let's just do that, knock it out of the way. I think I did poor planning because I should have followed that up first before doing lower tower. I should have followed up that Luca key. Luckily, it wasn't anything. But then I followed that upper tower to Twin Harp, to Rat Tail, to that. So I kind of followed that chain. So I wanted, I wanted to do Luca just to eliminate kind of my first choice decision. My second choice was hoping that it was just right there, and I would be able to do upper tower and hoping that no one did lower tower boss. Hoping to route it in together, which would have been silly for this one. So I did that and just followed it. Dwarf Castle just ended up being the odd man out. It's not that I'm opposed to it. It just didn't route in well.
Yeah, I mean, there weren't too many rabbit holes that didn't end up I think most people probably went down everything that you did.
Yeah, this is one of those seeds that I can see people really easily doing it. I mean, between Dwarf Castle, I mean, it can't really be much of anything at this point in time. I think the spoiler log, it would have been either Darkness Crystal or Spoon or something like that. So either way, we did, everything was fine. It was a nice, quick little seed, and it was fun because I like these little short hour-long seeds, even though my timer was broken on my stream. So yeah.
Yeah, not much room for rabbit holing, even though there were 3 key items when you give the magma as the way underground, but then also hide an item in Adamant Grotto. You end up eating a fair amount of things.
Yeah, I can imagine that some people probably got lured into getting that adamant armor, which I think on this particular seed probably took more time than it was worth. So I imagine all these folks who are starting to finish now probably got trapped into that, but the power level of bosses in this particular seed didn't really necessitate that. So just get your stuff and go.
That's all I've got. Do you have any other questions, Ruben?
No? GG's.
Yeah. Any last thoughts from you, Vitasia?
No, just thank you both, Commander and Ribbon, and Dubword and Scala, and everyone behind the scenes for all the work that you guys do. I know this has been kind of a chaotic week with everything else going on. So thank you to everyone in the community. Having a lot more fun. This is the first off season where I've done a lot of these async races and joined a lot of these community races, and it's a ton of fun. So I thank everyone. I think Gemini for putting everything together, for the club. It's been a blast this off season, and I'm really looking forward to keeping my skills sharp so that I'm not completely rusty come tournament season next time. But thank you everyone for watching, and yay, more to come.
Well said. Thank you. Alright. And that's just in time for John Burkhead to finish up at 59.46. Our other finishers in the meantime, Poydrak in third at 55.49, Gemini at 57.21, and Possum at 58.22. GG's to all the runners. We'll see if Brickety Brick would like to join us. And we are in fact joined by John Burkhead.
GG's.
GG's, everybody. How we doing?
Good.
Good. You?
Thank you for using kick at the
And
end
we are in
there.
fact
That
joined
was
by
beautiful.
John Burkhead.
Yes.
GG's.
You know, I mean, it's always on alt gauntlet, right? Like it's always alt gauntlet, except when it's not. And then when you're in a spot where there's like no HP, I'm like, John, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, buddy? You know, I mean, I think at one point it was like a meme, like kill a boss using Yang kick, and you'll get 20 imaginary Twitch points or Discord points or something. And yeah, man, I was like, wait, this is much faster.
And you kicked the butt of the end boss of the seed.
I tried. Since I punched and Bahamutted so many other bosses, I felt the need to go ahead and mix it up.
This was quite a ride. I didn't run the async. I don't know if you did, but it went a lot faster.
I didn't do the async. I'm a huge fan of Tall Grant and his film friends, and
yes.
I had a busy weekend, but I have no work tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do the async, and then I was like, oh wait, there's a community race. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And so it's kind of, I was kind of looking over the flags. I'm like, because I'm notorious for just missing silly things. I'm like, all right, John, there is a free item. Get the free. Oh, there are free characters, John. Go get the free characters. And then I was like, yeah, okay, max tier 5. You can look it up and know what that is. So I looked it up and tried to figure out what that is. And then I don't know. I just I don't know if there was a more logic. I mean, obviously there was. Looking at the race room, there was a more logical way to go ahead and do it. I just last location keyless tower, just kind of following my chains, and that was very clearly the wrong decision. So we kind of we did all the things that we did need to do until we did the things we needed to do. So
That's the way it be.
Yeah, without a spoiler log, with the way things played out, it's hard to avoid doing all of the things. Like, about the only thing Vatasia didn't do that you did was Dwarf Castle. And Dwarf Castle's a perfectly reasonable play, especially when you see people not finishing. Like, what have they not done? What's the thing nobody wants to do?
right.
If it wasn't Keyless Tower, it was going to be Dwarf Castle. That's what you were going to leave till the end.
Yeah, I don't even. Did Dwarf lead to any chains that I followed? I don't even remember.
It had Darkness Crystal, I think. So
okay.
Since Canyon was off, we're done here. Moving on.
Got it. Yeah, so I mean that just tells me that I need to get faster. With C Hero and with Yang Hero, that's advantageous at the beginning. It can be a little troublesome with a spot like Lukuke, which I didn't even need to do. So it just tells me I got to get better.
I mean, go back and watch always. I mean, I still do that to this day. Anytime I'm restreamed, I went back and watched when I was restreamed on this club a couple of weeks ago. But go back and watch. There are some things you did that were heads up that I liked. You had enough MP to double Bahamut through Zot instead of having to struggle with those dolls because you didn't have AoE. You knew to kick Gauntlet at the end. So yeah, and also watch Vatasia did what Vatasia did. Look at the things and go, never thought about that.
I definitely will.
Good. Don't beat yourself up.
Okay.
You have any questions, Ruben?
No.
Okay. I hope that you're. I believe this is your first time doing Restream, right?
Yep. First time on comms. I've done tracking, but
Well, you couldn't have anyone better to do it with other than Commander. I hope that you had a wonderful time. Thank you both for doing comms, and Scala, Heart and Soul of Free Enterprise for doing Restream, and forgive me, I don't know. I think Dubward's doing tracking. So thank you all so much. I know the community really appreciates all of your hard work.
thank you.
And thank you for volunteering to be restreamed and giving us something to chat about.
All right. You guys have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
And that was John Burkhead, our other restreamed runner. And as he pointed out, this was Ribbon's first time here in the comms booth.
Yep.
What do you think?
It's fun. It was nice to have a fairly short race for the first try.
that does help. It does help. The club is also a good spot for anyone that's looking at getting started with comms or tracking, because there's only 2 people to keep track of. So it's definitely a good place to get your feet wet. So if you're looking at joining this either as a runner or comms or tracker or restreamer, head on over to the Discord. We will be happy to teach you whatever it is you need to learn so that you can come on in and be a part of this community in whatever ways you want to.
Yep. And looks like tomorrow night is a Sid adventure.
Sid adventure, you say? Tell me
Yep.
more.
It's a community race with Sid as the hero. I don't remember all the flag sets. I know it's got Super Cannon again, so Here's hoping for another Gauntlet.
Yes, Gauntlet is super canon. It's the new meme. Next week's Community Club will be Palin for all the fans of the Quack Kid. And this is going to end our stream for tonight, but we're going to give you some more free Enterprise action. Vitasia, the runner you just saw, we're going to go raid him because he is following up with some asyncs. So cheer him on. If it's an async you're going to run, then obviously you've got to go. But from all of us here on the Free Enterprise team, thank you for being here with us. Dubward, thanks for the tracking. Scala, another great seat as always. Ribbon, great time doing comms with you.
Yep. Thank you for chatting.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.